Hey everybody, Jersey Devil 77 coming at you here with a review of my Wilson Combat CQB Elite. This is the first high-end 1911 I've ever purchased. I've had several in the past. I still have them. I've never done any reviews on them. I will go through everything I have, but I'm really excited about this one right now. I purchased this earlier this year, and I have about 250 rounds through it so far. The break-in, as denoted by Wilson Combat, is 500 rounds, so I haven't taken it apart and cleaned it yet. But I will tell you that through the first 250 rounds, it has been flawless. No failure to feeds, failure to ejects, jams, anything of the sort. First thing that you'll notice, comes in this nice canvas, looks like water-resistant type bag. Has two pockets in the back here. This is the included barrel wrench, lug wrench to take the firearm down for cleaning. Like I said, I haven't done yet. Another pouch. Nothing in it, but looks like you can fit some good stuff in there, even if you just want to put your cell phone in there. One of the things I thought was really cool about this firearm is that it came with a little dog tag on the pouch. It tells you that it's a Wilson Combat, the model that it's a CQB Elite, serial number, the caliber, which is 45 ACP, and when it was manufactured, which was January of 2012. In the front of the pouch, you have the Wilson Combat embroidered logo, which is very nice, and a really strong Velcro that seals up magazine pouches. You can fit 7 magazines in here. Firearm only comes with 2, but it does come with 2 8-round. They are the Wilson Combat Elite magazines. They have the numbers on the side, the windows so you can see that they are loaded. Plastic follower, but they work great. Anybody who has used these in the past knows for sure. And I even have some that I use in my Kimbers and my Colts because I just like the reliability and the feed of the Wilson Combat magazines. Onto the good stuff in here, we have your standard cable lock with the Wilson Combat logo on it. Pretty cool. I never use them, but comes with it. And we have one envelope here with some literature in it. Their coating on Wilson Combats is called Armor Tough Finish. A little brochure on what it is and what it isn't. You read through it at your leisure. It also comes with a test fire target. I thought this was really cool because not only do they test fire each firearm before it leaves their facility, but they include the target with it when they ship it to you. And they tell you, you can see the group, they tell you it was shot at 15 yards, bench rest, even breaks down the load that it was a 45 ACP, 200 grain, semi-wide cutter lead bullet, and it was traveling at 850 feet per second. Everyone who put their hands on it has checked off the box that they were in fact in contact with the firearm, and Tom Curtis was the one who was responsible for the final inspection, and he also shot the test target. It doesn't stop there at Wilson Combat though, and a lot of people wonder what you're paying for when you buy one. Well, I'm going to show you. They go through this quality control checklist, and I'm not going to read off every little detailed thing. But prior to final prep, they have a whole checklist. Everybody who does each action on each firearm has to initial next to it. Then at final assembly, they have another checklist. Again, everyone who puts their hands on it has to initial that they did their job, and then it meets Wilson Combat specifications. Then they have the test fire checklist. Everything goes through there. The trigger pull is supposed to be between 3.5 and 4.5 pounds. They weighed the trigger pull of this firearm, and it is in fact 3.5 pounds, which is very sweet trigger pull. And then at the final inspection, I go through that checklist, and again, it's initialed off. So kudos to Wilson Combat for top-notch quality control. I'm very impressed with them so far, and I'm sure I will be for the life of this firearm. Now, you also get, this is the pack that the other magazine came in, number 500 Elite Tactical Magazine, in case you were curious. You also get, with your Wilson Combat, a silicone gun and reel cloth with the Wilson Combat logo on it. Pretty neat. And another array full of literature. IDPA, brochure. I joined actually, not because of this, I joined, a friend of mine shoots IDPA and talked me into it, and I haven't shot the Wilson at it, but I have been shooting my Glock 19 and I had a blast. I can't wait to do it again, so if you've been thinking about it, don't hesitate. Do it. You'll have fun. Everybody's there, friendly, helpful, and good group of people. Also, of course, you know, they're going to go over the Wilson Combat, the Peerless performance ammunition that they sell. Oh, and when you buy a Wilson Combat, it comes with a 1-year free membership to the NRA. I'm a life member of the NRA, so I don't know if it's possible, but I should contact Wilson Combat and see if I could transfer this to somebody who hasn't been a member of the NRA, because we all have to fight together for our cause. You get a whole manual right here, and it's an instruction manual for all Wilson Combat pistols. But if you go through it, general firearm safety, how to break down the weapon, repair policy, that kind of thing. You also get the Wilson Combat 1911 Auto Maintenance Manual, which is written by Bill Wilson, and it goes over your maintenance schedule, gives you an exploded view of the firearm broke down, each part numbered, and then explains what each part is in case you don't know. Tells you about maintenance schedule, part replacements, routine disassemblies, cleaning, field stripping, detailed disassembly, cleaning, lubrication, inspection, and everything really you need to know, with great up close color photos of what they want you to do and where they want you to do it, whether it's lubrication, disassembly, assembly, etc. So definitely a good thing to have, especially if you're new to firearms. Now, the guest of honor, which is my Wilson Combat CQB Elite. I'll do the safety check here. You can see it is empty. Fingers in there, physically check, and let the slide down. On the left side, I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of hard to see and the lighting's pretty poor in here, but it says Wilson Combat on this side, CQB Elite on this side. You got a little Wilson Combat logo over here, and you have the Wilson Combat medallions on the grips. Mine has the G10 grips on it, which I love. It gives a definite, strong, firm grip. You're not going to drop this thing even if your hands are wet. It is generously checkered. I believe it's 30 lines per inch on the front strap here, and that is definitely, it gives you a good grip. You also have it on the mainspring housing back here, which is in fact metal. All the parts on this, the slide stop release, trigger, magazine release, the hammer, the grip safety, and your safety lever right here are all what Wilson Combat calls bulletproof, which I think basically means they're all milled from a single piece of steel. They are not MIM parts, metal injected molded parts. You have combat sights on the back here, which is black. It's serrated to reduce any glare. The back of the slide itself is also serrated to reduce any glare if you're shooting out in the sun. You also have serrations on the top of the slide here, which again reduce any glare that you may incur if you're shooting outside. The front sight's fiber optic yellow, which is good for high visibility. Once that sunlight hits through the top, this thing really lights up. It does have front cocking serrations, which I don't use. It does have the rear cocking serrations that everyone is accustomed to. It does have an ambi safety. I hear lots of people complain about having the ambidextrous safety, but I actually like having the option. I'm right-handed. I'll probably never use it, but I like having it there. So I think it's a good thing. As I stated before, I only have 250 rounds through this firearm, and again, it has been flawless. I definitely am happy I made the purchase and would highly recommend it if it's within your means. Don't sell the farm to buy one, but if you've been thinking about it and you're hesitating just because I don't know if it's worth the money, it's worth the money if you can afford to do it, definitely. It took a lot of saving for me to get this, and I also waited probably about 8 to 10 months for it to come in. But again, it was well worth the wait, well worth the price. That is the only con, if you can call it a con, because I don't mind paying for quality. I'm a firm believer in you get what you pay for in this world, and I don't care if it's a house or a ham sandwich. And it applies to firearms too. So, you know, yeah, it's a little bit over it's around $3,000, maybe a little bit north of that. But, you know, this is going to be a family heirloom. My son will pass it down to his son, and so on and so on. And it's a top quality product, and I don't think you'll regret the purchase. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, tell your friends, and check back often for new videos. I got lots of guns that I'm going to do lots of reviews on. Any IDPA shooting that I do, I'll probably, if I can get someone to shoot some videos of that, I'll put some of that stuff up. And my main My main thing that I do is tattoos. That's my occupation. I'm a tattooer. I've been doing it for 23 years, since '89. So there's videos up there on that too, but I've been using this YouTube channel as more of, lately anyway, as more of a way to showcase my hobby, which is, you know, firearm shooting, that kind of thing. So again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you soon.